What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking. On today's episode, it's early morning, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and I feel like having tacos. I know you guys saw that short I did a couple of weeks back with the chorizo tacos. That's exactly what we're making today. So before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, slap that like button. And as usual, the full recipe is in the description. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? All right, these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using for these chorizo tacos. Here we've got our pork chorizo, diced potatoes, eggs. We've got some bacon we're going to be cooking up to go on top. Our tortillas, obviously, cheese, some green onions, and a little bit of hot sauce to finish it. All right, let's start by hooking up these diced potatoes. I've got a cast iron pan preheated over medium-high heat. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil into it. And once we see that oil shimmering, it's time to add these diced potatoes into the pan in an even layer. Go ahead and season that with about a teaspoon of Carne asada seasoning, a little bit of cracked black pepper. And we're going to go ahead and let that fry for about 10 to 12 minutes, stirring occasionally, making sure we get a nice golden brown crust on all the edges of these diced potatoes. And once those potatoes are nice and golden brown, let's go ahead and remove them from our pan. And while those potatoes were frying, I went ahead and hit the cutting board and diced up some green onions and sliced up about 3 slices of bacon. Go ahead and throw that bacon in the same cast iron pan that you cooked your diced potatoes in. Move that bacon around a little bit in the pan, let it start releasing some of those fats. And while that bacon's going, let's jump across the stove, and here I got another cast iron pan. In this one, we're going to be hooking up this pork chorizo. Let's get our chorizo in that hot cast iron pan and start cooking that down alongside our bacon. We're going to stir our chorizo and our bacon occasionally until all that fat is rendered out of our bacon and the chorizo is fully cooked through. And while we got all that delicious breakfast meat cooking up, it's time to start hooking up these eggs. In a mixing bowl, I'm going to go ahead and crack about 5 whole eggs. Grab a fork and beat those eggs up real quick. And next, go ahead and add that into the cast iron pan with your chorizo. Now let's gently scramble those eggs up, mixing it in and incorporating it with that delicious chorizo. And continue to scramble that until you reach your desired doneness for your scrambled eggs. And once those chorizo scrambled eggs are finished, go ahead and remove them from the pan and onto a tray. And in that same cast iron skillet that we just used to scramble up these chorizo eggs, let's go ahead and fry up our tortillas. Add about a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil into that pan. Throw those tortillas inside, and let's go ahead and fry them on each side, flipping occasionally for about 2 minutes. All right, now that we got all the cooking out the way, it's time for the eating part. Let's go ahead and hook up these chorizo tacos. On a plate, I'm gonna go ahead and throw down my tortillas, scoop up some of these crispy diced potatoes and get that into each one of my tacos. Next, I'm gonna go in with a generous helping of these delicious scrambled chorizo eggs. Go ahead and pile that up high on each one of these tacos. Sprinkle a little bit of this shredded Mexican cheese on top. Sprinkle some of that crispy bacon on each one of these chorizo tacos. Hit them with a good pinch of green onions. Hit each taco with a few glugs of hot sauce. That's totally optional, but you know I gotta have some for mine. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Breakfast Chorizo Tacos. And this week's Scoop for Coop is gonna be another big ass bite. This one's another hitter, y'all. Got those crispy diced potatoes in there. Those delicious chorizo scrambled eggs, cheese, green onions, crispy bacon. Come on, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell. We'll see y'all next time. I'm gone. There you have it, you guys. Chorizo breakfast tacos. These had potatoes in it. They had green onions, eggs, chorizo, cheese on top. Let me know how you guys like this one in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with friend or foe. Are you letting everybody know? We'll catch you right back here next week for another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking.